Hello everyone, Jeff here. So this is my 3.5 gallon, and just yesterday I saw some new fry that were born in this tank. This one right there. So I saw as many as 8 yesterday. Looking through today, I've seen 4. So they've mostly been hanging down low in the subwasser tang that I have in this tank. And it's a little blurry here because I've got some algae growing on the glass here, which I think is a good thing. You know, this little 3.5 gallon kit with the LED light in the hood, I didn't think. I have other tanks that have these LED lights in the hoods, and I don't really get any algae growth, so I'm glad to see that there is some growing in here. So yeah, the Platy fry in here that were born yesterday, that's the third batch of babies that this Platy has had since I got her. There's one that's the only one from the second batch of fry, and it's about 4 weeks and a day. None survived from the first batch. So the first batch, she had babies 2 days after I got her, and one of the first set of fry lasted about a month until it disappeared. So this one is around a month old. This one, after the first batch of fry she had babies again 5 weeks later, so 35 days. But then now this third batch that are in here now, they're now a day old. There's one. Were born 4 weeks after the second batch. So 28 days. You know, it's only a difference of a week, but when you consider 35 days to 28 days, you know, that's 20% quicker the second time around. You know, I know like Platies will have babies every month or so, but I'd figure it'd be a little more consistent. Alright, there's one there to the left and one there in the center. And then there's the 4-week-old. And the shrimplets are growing. They're getting some of them are getting pretty close to adult size, I guess. That's one of the adults right there. So as far as the shrimp goes, I've counted as many as 15 red shrimp and 4 blue. Let's see if I can find a blue one. Oh, yeah, there's one. If that, there it is. Better focus. So I haven't seen, I did have 2 blue adults, and both of those have disappeared, but I did have some shrimplets before disappearing. I had one black one and that disappeared. Actually, as far as the blue ones, one of them did die that I found the body, and the second one disappeared. And then the black one did disappear. And red ones altogether, I would have had 5, and one died and I found the body, and another disappeared. So from what I've been able to see lately, I've been able to find 3 of the original red adults. There's one on the coconut cave. And so these platies, that male on the left and the female right here, I believe this female has camallanus worms, because I'm noticing she has a red butt spike. That's what I kind of call them. You can kind of see a little like pin spike sticking out of her butt. So I first realized I had camallanus worms in my 5.5 gallon, and I've done a couple levamisole treatments in that tank, and then I've saw some fish with red butt spikes in my 10-gallon guppy endler tank, and I'm going to be doing a treatment with that, some levamisole treatment to get rid of those, and now I'm going to have to do it in this tank. But I think I am now realizing where the camallanus worms have come from, because these platies I got from my local fish store, and I got some other fish from that local fish store that I moved from into that 5.5 gallon, and then same with my guppy endler tank. So I think I've identified the source. So going forward, I think I'm going to be using levamisole as when I initially get fish, and use that as a quarantine, part of the quarantine procedure. I add that to the 3 quarantine meds: General Cure, erythromycin, and Icex whenever I get new fish. And we have 4 white clouds in here. I bought 6 of these initially when they were really, really tiny. And now they're grown to like regular adult size, I guess. And right here, there's one of a small piece of spiderwood that I bought on eBay from Asia. I did an unboxing video showing the 3 pieces that I got. So I stuck that small one in here, and I think you know, goes well with this little tank. And while I was, I boil my driftwood before putting it in any tanks. And when I was boiling this one, I realized that since I got back into the aquarium hobby and have driftwood in my tanks, I have not made spaghetti at home since then. So almost a year, because I've been using my big pot, that would fit spaghetti in, to boil driftwood, since I got my first piece of driftwood in my 30-gallon, and I've just been using that same one for all other pieces of driftwood, and I never bought a new pot since. So yeah, I don't know why I just thought of that, but not that I eat spaghetti all that much, but maybe like once a month I would do that, make it at home, and I haven't done that in almost a year. So yeah, but this driftwood, I guess spiderwood, I haven't noticed, it doesn't get that like white fungusy film on it like my Mopani wood, and I know Mopani wood did, and the Malaysian driftwood, I think that did too. But this one didn't. I mean, it's harmless, but this one never did get any white fungusy stuff, unless it did and the shrimp ate it, but I just never did see any. Yeah, so the shrimp are growing. I'm wondering when I'll see tiny shrimplets again. When I first saw them, they were like tiny little specks. So I'm wondering when some tiny little shrimplet specks will turn up again. See if this can focus and get a good look at that blue one right there. Alright, better focused, but the algae is kind of blurring it a little bit. There's another blue one and a bigger red one. So I figure that must be the female there. I figure by now she'd be ready to have more babies, but I guess she's not buried. I guess that's what you call a shrimp that's pregnant. They're about to have some babies again. Because I do remember when I first got some, like one, I think this red one and one of the blue ones, you could tell there was, babies inside them, like they were ready to have shrimplets. But I don't believe, can't really see that she is. I'd figure she would be by now. But if she doesn't, the others ought to be reaching adulthood soon enough and have more of their own. There's two blue ones right here. One that's moving and one, I did see a second one near it. Let me see if I can find some platy fry again. But yeah, I mostly see them poking their heads out sort of from the subwasser tang at the bottom. I have some Ricciafluitans up here. I've been scanning that and I haven't seen any in there. There's the 1 month old one. I did see one up here, like towards the filter last night, but none today in there. Snails hang out up there. But in my other aquariums where I have Ricciafluitans, I regularly see guppy and platy fry hanging out within it. Yep, there's one over. Saw one over here. There it is. So I hope a few of these will grow and survive. And I hope the one that is a month old now, since it's the lone survivor from the second batch, I hope that one will grow. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do a levamisole treatment for the camallanus worms before it gets worse, but I might wait a little bit for the, for this fry to grow, a little bigger. I wouldn't want to really do it while they're 1 day old. Alright, well that's it for now, and I'm Jeff, and I enjoy fishies, and I enjoy kitties. Thanks for watching.